Hi, welcome back to Blue Archive. My name is Trauma Unicorn. Which fucking group story are we gonna do today? Maybe not a group story. Maybe we do another mini story, or maybe we do the foreclosure task force. I don't know. We'll do a mini story. We'll do the mini story for now. Okay, so I did that one, and I did that one. Fuck, I don't know. We'll do this. Ferme Aki 1. Captain, the Scaratap bridges loyal to that tiny tyrant are closing in on our position. Blast. She's crushed our coup. But our fight doesn't die here. Someday we'll overthrow that kid dictator, and a new ruler will lead Red Winter Academy into a glorious future. Purged. All of you will be purged! Phew. Cracking down on those dissidents is hard work. President Sharonell, we rounded up the students responsible for the recent coup. Excellent work, Chairman Marina. And as a mask of our gratitude, I award the Mustache Hero Medal First Class. Wait, didn't I already give you that First Class Mustache Hero Medal for squashing the last coup? Chief Secretary told me. How many coups does that make this week? Well, great leader, we've put down 2 coup attempts and been ousted from power 5 times. Which means we face a new coup DT every day this week. I know I can't fucking read. Slightly dyslexic. Shut up. So in honor of President Chirno's brilliant leadership, Chirno's, I think. So in honor of President Chirno's brilliant leadership through this unprecedented time of crisis, shall we commission a painter to memorialize the events of this past week? We've had enough memorializing. The coup before last was started by the artist we hired to paint the earlier coups we crushed. So, what set this one off? Sorry? What do you mean? The students of Red Winter Academy are infamous for their revolutionary zeal, but even our student body would struggle to mobilize for this many coups without provocation. We usually only have to fight off a coup attempt every 3 days or so. So what instigated this constant revolt against my rule over Red Winter Academy? Well, according to our investigation, the ringleaders of the most recent coup were upset about the conduction of Red Winter Academy's bathing facilities. Bathing facilities? But Red Winter Academy has the best bathing facilities in Kavodos. They've never whined about bathing before, so why now? I suspect it's due to their experience with the Hot Springs Resort number 227. Hot Springs Resort number 227? What does that pretentious water closet have to do with it? Hot Springs Resort number 227 exposed the students of Red Winter Academy to bathing luxury beyond their wildest dreams. After bathing in paradise, returning to the Academy's somewhat unadorned facilities was a little jarring. I could hardly tell there was any difference. Anyway, as long as there's hot water, we can bathe. Red Winter Academy's communal dormitories always have plenty of hot water. Though some students find it inconvenient that the bodies only come on at 7 a.m. and p.m. each day, for 2 hours at a time, especially when the heating breaks down completely, and you get sprayed with cold water. Nonetheless, our Red Winter dormitory showers can accommodate hundreds of students at once. So in sheer scale, there's no beating our facilities, even though they're just old shower heads without privacy patrons. I do. Fucking, what was the accent I was just using for her? I do miss taking a warm bath every... Fucking words. I do miss taking a warm bath after a hard day's work and feeling my stress melt away. Oh, and drinking a fresh glass of coffee milk afterwards. Of course, no matter how delicious coffee milk is after a hot bath, it's nothing compared to the cherina you make, President Chirino. And it's pure Burgos. Fucking words. I can't read to save my life either, so... decadence to seek luxury in something as practical as bathing. Fucking... dyslexic. I'm being honest. Please don't purge me again. Then our best course of action is to fully remove Red Winter's Academy's bathing facilities. Huh? Is something wrong with your ears, Chairman Marino? Can't you hear something speaking to your face? I said that we need a full renovation of the Red Winter Academy's bathing facilities. If the officers of the Skuravat are voicing discomfort, the majority of the students surely share their grievances. Being a great leader requires more than ruling with an iron fist. I must listen to the voices of the people and tend to their needs. I am not so obstinate as to impose my will without regard to the wishes of my students. Besides, if I keep facing coups over something as trivial as bathing, I'm sure to lose power for good. An amazing decision, great leader. Rather than condemn the students for rebelling against your authority, you recognize their suffering and embrace their needs as your own. I am humbled and inspired by your vision. But of course, I am Cherno, the Student Council President of Red Winter Academy, Head of Beautification, Great Leader, Head of Physical Education, and more besides. Once word of renovation spreads, the fires raging through Red Winter Academy will surely calm, quenched by the flood of your compassion. Shall I prepare an announcement for the publication of the Red Bear? Please proceed, Chief Secretary Tomoe. In the meantime, in order to renovate the bathing facilities, should we start by doubling the size of the showers? I think that's... I think that's going in the wrong... Expanding the size of the showers is an excellent idea, but would it not be advisable to consult with an expert on the subject? An expert? Is there a bathing expert in Red Winter Academy? The Red Winter Academy has an entire facility filled with them. After all, some of our students expertly operated a hot springs resort in the recent past. They are... dead. After all those desperate attempts, or appeals thrown down from the freezing walls of the former institute, our pleas have finally reached the ears of President Chirino. Have you finally decided to strike the manacles from our wrists? It's more like a parole, provisionally. Do you really think you can be released despite your utter lack of reflection or reformation? Don't be so presumptuous. How can you say that? We've endured harsh conditions from the former institute without complaint and filled countless letters of apology through the proper channels. Surely that proves that we've reflected on our behavior and kept a low profile. A low profile? I mean, obviously we climbed to a few places to get a view of Sensei. She's cute. Like how I climbed the telephone pole outside. outside Shale and got arrested by Valkyrie police students. That is precisely my point. If I pardon students who break my rules repeatedly without remorse, the authority of the Suricate would collapse. Well, there goes my hopes and dreams. Then why summon us so suddenly? If you're not going to release us, now there is something I want to ask of you, personally. If you do your part to fulfill my request, I will pardon you. I will pardon all your past wrongdoing, award you medals commensurate with your service, and even raise your positions in this Suravas, whatever. Medals or whatever from President Chirino are fine and dandy, but you let us rot all that time, and now you're calling us out of the blue to ask a favor? Something's fishy. Last time we met, you were still furious that we'd opened a hot springs resort on our own initiative. On the contrary, the Red Winter office was highly impressed with your results. By managing a thriving hot springs resort without any previous experience and providing excellent service to the academy students and our visiting guests, you embodied the unconquerable spirit of the working class. Even though it was an unauthorized business? It's true that you neglected to obtain the approval of the Scaravat. I know I'm pronouncing that wrong, but it is what it's gonna be. I'm sorry. So to rectify the situation and give you an opportunity to make amends, we would like to offer you the chance to manage a large-scale bathing facility. What? Do you mean to say that you intend to receive Hot Springs Resort number 227? We barely stopped those brats from Genea from turning the entire academy into an ocean of lava. We won't be digging up a hot spring again anytime soon. To be precise, we would like you to help us renovate the communal showers into the academy dormitories. Our students have made their wishes clear, and we are launching a complete overhaul of Red Winter Academy's bathing facilities. And the members of Spec Ops number 227 are the only students who have experience with such an endeavor. Oh, so the dormitory baths is not an actual hot spring? Then I won't be able to offer people drinks after they bathe? There may be space for additional amenities in the future, but right now, our primary concern is remodeling our bathing facilities to accommodate the entire student body. So we would like Spec Ops number 227 to tour the other academies and submit a report with the Scaravat detailing if any of their facilities would be suitable for us to use here. You want us to tour the bathing facilities of other academies? Yes, we lack the time and experience needed to renovate our dorms from scratch. Importing facilities that have been proven to work for other academies would expedite the whole process. That's where your team comes in. With your invaluable experience, the Scaravat is prepared to grant you the authority to construct and renovate out to another academy. Renovation out to another academy. Should you determine that their facilities would meet Red Winter's bathing needs. Accordingly, the Red Winter office will cover any expenses incurred during your research trip. In fact, we highly recommend that you take advantage of any opportunities that are offered to you, as long as they relate to bathing. Our students normally wouldn't be offered this level of luxury, so be grateful. Usually when there's a deal that sounds too good to be true, it is. But Sigur, I don't fucking know how. But Sigur, this opportunity is once in a lifetime. If we get this right, we can escape the icy clutches of the former institute and maybe even start our hot spring services again. And we can try out bathing facilities in other academies for free while we're at it. It'll be like a spa holiday. Why would average students like us even ever refuse? Well, since you really want to, Noruka, I won't say no. I want to. In honor of the now defunct Hot Springs Resort number 227, we promise to find the perfect bathing facilities for the students of Red Winter Academy. I'm glad to hear you say so. then we leave it in your capable hands. To be continued. Oh, fuck me. And it's almost 2, and I got a fucking thing I gotta do at 2:30 today. So unfortunately, that's all the time I have for this episode, this stream. I will probably, most likely, be back tomorrow. So around 11 a.m., 12 Mountain Time, Mountain Standard, Mountain Daylight. I don't fucking know. Noon. Whatever time it is, noon, where I'm fucking living is when I'll be up. It's the mountain region. So, yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope everyone's having a marvelous day, marvelous time. Again, if you want to see any episodes in the past you may have missed, jump on over to youtube.com/trauma_unicorn to see any videos you may have missed in the past over there. If you're watching on YouTube and want to see anything live as it happens, because there are some, like, I'm going to be doing some Momo Talks that aren't going to ever make it to YouTube. So if you want to see that, jump on over to twitch.tv/trauma_unicorn. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye, guys.